Hello everybody. Today we want to do a technical video and it's going to be Alice and Elizabeth's cookery programme, and it's going to be how to make marmalade with children, and we are doing a chunky, dark and chunky Seville orange recipe, old-fashioned style, and we're actually making marmalade today for Daddy Doyne, the producer, because well, there wasn't any marmalade left for him and he loves it and it was really sad. So we're making it a surprise for him. We actually have already made the marmalade and we're making another batch now, but I'm very good at filming sort of bits of the marmalade process and forgetting to film the whole thing. So I'm just going to show you what we did last night, tonight, so that you can see the full process. So this will be at the beginning of the video, just in case it all makes sense. What I've been doing is scrubbing my oranges. This is just cold water, just a little brush, and scrub away. And I'm just doing this so that when it gets to the scum stage, we don't have quite so much. You just always give your marmalade oranges a good scrub. What I like to do is use, sometimes this bit here is a bit tricky to take out, and so I'm actually using a spoon today. Normally you can just do it with your hands and then give it a really good scrub in that bit as well. And then, I'll tell you what, we need a knife. We're going to take all these over here. I've got 2 kilos of oranges here today because I wanted 1.5, but we actually, the amount I had left in the bag went up to 1.9 kilos. So, so we're going to do 1.9 kilos. I'm just going to put them in this thing here. Oh no, we've got to scrub that again. Elizabeth, do you want to start chopping them in half? Like we did last night. So remember, this way, hold it like that, and be really careful with your fingers. Okay, really careful. Okay, that's not a sharp knife. Maybe we'll give you a better knife. I'll show you. So hold it like this. Are you watching? Like that. Right now. Do you have the knife that you were using last night? No. Well, why don't you start doing the cookie bit? Don't give knives to children. We've just discovered. So I'll chop them in half, and Elizabeth is what she's doing here. As you can see, she is getting all of this pithy bit out here, because these are full of seeds, which is exactly what you want. And if you get it all out, then we're going to put it in. Well, we'll show you what we'll do later. I'll go get the stuff that we need. So as Elizabeth does that, well done. That's perfect. And if you keep doing a few more of those, and then we'll start getting this pith. And what you want is either a tea towel or some muslin, or what we actually have here is disposable nappy things, but basically anything that will allow the stuff to get in and out. I've sewed them. You'll see many different ways of doing it on this channel. It's very much a DIY, do it at home, doing men sort of making marmalade channel. Well done, Boosey Boo. And then what we're going to do is I've got some, what have I done with the scissors? Has someone put them away? Yep. Over here. Is once we put the nut in the pith in the bag, just chop some string. And a bit more.
There's more coming.
Then you just wrap it up like this. Get your string, wrap it round, tie it up, And then this, the reason we do this is because all of this pith and seeds has the pectin in, and the pectin is really crucial. This is a crucial part of marmalade making because the pectin, I think I say this later in the video, so actually don't worry, but it is crucial. So Boo's going to keep doing that, and now what I'm going to do is we're going to fill this up with these, and we're going to chop the things in half, and I'm going to slice all of my rind. Now you can slice your rind at this stage to whatever thickness you like, because they do not lose their shape. They don't go smaller, they don't go bigger, they stay exactly the same size. So you've got to think about, well, my mother always says, you know, the nice shape and size in the mouth, and you know, whatever you like. Like I say all the time, like a coarse marmalade, and this is the last batch we're going to do, and hopefully it's going to be a bright zingy batch, so we're going to do quite big bits. So then, Lucy, do you want to have a pause again with that? I'm just going to get the measuring jug. My little helper Elizabeth is going to fill this measuring jug with, that says 1 litre, 4 times, and fill up my fill up the water. And I think that pretty much sums up what we're going to do. So Elizabeth's using her teaspoon and being really helpful with the pips, getting them in a bowl. I'm doing the knife skills, very important. And then she's going to fill up the thing. Do you think that sums up cooking with children? Do you have enough activity to do? Yeah. Have you enjoyed cooking with children? Cooking with Alice? You can see what we do later in the film. We actually have a really fun time. Well, we had fun. I don't know if you'll enjoy watching it. I'm going to stop talking now to keep the length short. See you later. Bye. Okay, what I'm doing here is my little helper is reading a magazine, and I'm just giving them a really good wash. Now, Boo, what I need you to do is smell all the jam jars. Can you do it?
So they're now all done, are they?
Just to see if there's any. You don't want any strange taste. So whatever's, because these are recycled jam jars. We are being extra careful that it's not going to taint. Yep, that's fine. Taint the marmalade. So we don't want them to smell of what they had in them before, especially if they have pickles or musty smells or anything. I know that's not been washed. And then we're washing them in really hot soapy water.
Using the kettle.
Oh yeah, that's not very nice. So maybe we won't use that one. Maybe we'll just leave that one.
Is that the one not using ones?
Yeah, I'm not using, because some of them have bad lids as well. So, you know, just because you've got jam jars and lids doesn't mean that you've got a good, that you've got the right thing. So, yeah, just really make sure they're lovely, clean, hot soapy water, a good rinse, and that they don't smell. And then when you've done that, Boo, is this one okay? So the children are really good at smelling. They've got really good noses generally, so you can trust
a fun thing for them to do.
Trust their smells. And while you wash, I had something else to say. Lids. So the other really important thing is with lids is that you get ones. So these will need a really good wash.
It's kind of gospel.
Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it?
Should I put it in?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in there. So you give your jam lids a really good scrub as well. And if you come here, you can see this is a good lid. It's not perished, it's all clean, there's no rust, you know, it's not going to cause, it probably has a good seal, so that's a good lid. Another. But you always have to give them a really good wash in hot soapy water first. Because what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to make them sterile. So then, Elizabeth, please will you get the tray? And what we're going to do is I want you to put, well now have you smelt them all?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to put these, well as I'm washing up the jam jars, I want you to put the clean ones on their side on the tray. So on their side?
Like that?
No, on their side.
That?
Yes, perfect. And lay them all out. And so they're going to lay like that so that when we put them in the oven they can dry and they will become sterile. My excellent little helper. So we're just going to continue doing that and we'll be back in a minute.
Go!
Take 5. It's been 2 hours in the Boyle household. We have lit a fire, got dressed, had some breakfast. Our marmalade, meanwhile, has been gently boiling away and reducing nicely. As you can see, the things are supposed to be translucent, but they're not, but they are soft, the peel. And what we're going to do now, my little assistant is going to help me. We're taking out the bags of pectin and we're squeezing them, well done, squeezing them into, what's it called, marmalade. We're squeezing them into the marmalade to get all the juice and the pectin out, which is really good because when you have, the pectin comes from the seeds and the pith, the white pith. And when that gets with the right quantities of sugar and acid, that's what makes your marmalade set. You get that nice jelly consistency. And so we want to get as much of that juice into the thing. Is that nearly done, Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put it in here. And now what we're going to do is, as you remember earlier, we got a sugar. We put the sugar in the oven so it's nice and warm. We're going to turn this heat back up to 6 because we want it to have a rolling boil.
What was it on before?
Well, it was on 6, but because we've taken so long
I'll mix it round.
with all the camera difficulties, I put it onto 1.
Mix it round.
Yep, mixing. You can stir away, basically. That's a lot of sugar in there. And the reason you warm it, because if you're doing a Seville orange marmalade, which is not dark and stormy, then you want a really bright consistency. And the more you boil the marmalade, then the darker the consistency goes. So if you have warm sugar, then it takes less time to boil. So that's really the reason, I think. We want a dark marmalade, which is why we've put the sugar in today, the brown sugar in, to try and make it go brown. Because this is for the producer, Daddy Doyne, I might put some molasses in if it doesn't go brown enough. Yeah, it's going dark. And now what we're going to do is we're going to let this come to the boil, and then when it's come to the boil, we will come back again. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Do you have to hold it? Yeah, it's going.
It's going. Okay.
It's going now.
Right. What we have here is our marmalade is now boiling, and Elizabeth here is getting all the scum off the marmalade. So if you can see, there's this sort of thicker stuff. Yeah, well done, Elizabeth. Forming around the side, and you really want to skim all that off, because when your marmalade stops boiling, it all goes down and it gets stuck to your pith and doesn't look very nice in the marmalade. What it is, it's just the impurities coming off the oranges. We did scrub them before we washed them, and it's perfectly natural and normal. And it's a brilliant job for children to do if you trust them. As you can see, Elizabeth is doing it fantastically. So we're going to let it go for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to test it with the spoon drip test, like this. You just drop in your spoon, and as you can see, the marmalade, it's dripping off.
Hang on, do that again.
The spoon, it's dripping off, and what you want is it to start sort of setting on the spoon. It's not quite there yet. It's coming. But yeah, so we'll test that again in about 5 minutes, and keep skimming. See you in a moment. Bye. So what we have now, it's been boiling for about 10 minutes, and as you can see, we were doing the drip test earlier, and what is happening is it's dropping off the spoon, but it's really thickening before it's dropping off. And this is called the drip test, which I learned from a lady called Vivian Lloyd. You see, it's just all, and that is just showing you, can you see it really clearly? Amazing. That it's basically set. So what we're going to do is I've turned off the heat. I'm going to keep skimming as the bubbles go down. Also, you can tell from the bubbles that it's beginning to set because you've got lots of little small bubbles going on here. We've put Tay-Tay on because why not listen to Tay-Tay while making marmalade? I mean, just go for it. So we're going to let this rest for 10 minutes and then we're going to pot them up in our pots. Okay? See you on the move. Sorry. This is Tay-Tay here because we've had to
You've been styled.
10
Low
minutes.
battery.
And my 8-year-old fashion designer over here has decided that the Doyne hairstyle was not good enough, so I have been restyled because
Oh yeah.
why
off
not?
The shoulder.
Off the shoulder, like, whew, risky. No, don't go too close. But now, what we're going to do, Boo, are these, are you ready? She's not ready. Well, the jam jars are ready. So she's still styling over there. But we've got warm jam jars. I took them out and I've been letting them cool down a bit because we want the marmalade to have an even distribution throughout the thing. We have a jam funnel! The Boyles have a jam funnel, which is really exciting. You just pop it in the top of the thing. Refill this jam jar and let me know if it's hot or warm. Feel it. Is it warm or hot? Warm. Perfect. Okay, now you get, ooh, using up my Tay-Tay hair. Just pour a spoonful in here. Well done. And just keep going till it's right full to the top. Careful. You want the least amount of drips between the things. Well done. Hey, why don't I do that bit? Perfect.
2 minutes.
Oh, do you know what?
What? You're not talking to us, Alice.
Sorry?
You're not talking to us.
I'm sorry. It's because I just realised I haven't done something crucial, which is boil up the lids. And you have to boil the lids to sterilise them, and it's really crucial. So I've just put them in boiling water. If I put the lid on, they'll boil faster, and I'll be saving the environment. Christopher, which is what I was reminded last night. No, what was the tip? It doesn't matter if you buy your beans locally or from China. If you boil them without a lid, then the carbon footprint, it makes no difference. So I'm now boiling with a lid. So speed and the carbon footprint. And while Elizabeth is still filling pots. And then once these come to the boil, I think you're supposed to boil them for about 10 minutes. We've got to then, because they're all different size jam jars, find the right jam lid for the right jam jar. Lucy, how are you doing over here?
Good.
Jolly good. You're doing an excellent job. Well done. Is that one quite full?
I've done
So we're on 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Do you want to cut?
Do you have anything final parting words to say, Lucy? Well done. This is the final stages of the Alice and Boo cookery show. How to cook with children, and how to make Daddy Doyne dark and stormy marmalade as a surprise. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.